There is a very common belief within the United States that the voter is tied down to one of the two major political parties. In all reality, this is completely bullshit propaganda which is being used to tie people down into their own separate boxes. The average person feels as though they are not being heard and not being seen within our political system. They feel tied down and feel that they are imprisoned within the political machine. Despite this isn't how it has to be. There is one really simple solution to this entire problem. One that if we are all willing to commit to, we can create actual change in this country. We oftentimes forget that we hold all of the power. It is the American voter which runs the entire machine. If we are willing to change the way that we vote, we are able to completely change what our party is. We can result in having a system that actually promotes our values, which actually is willing to put America first. And what I'm about to suggest, what this solution is, you're going to say it sounds crazy. You're going to say that it's batshit insane and that we should move on, but if you just give me a moment of your time, I can accurately and immediately describe why this will work. Not only why it will work, but why it must work. The solution is simple. All it is don't vote. I know what you're saying, but MK. If we don't vote, the Democrats win. But actually take a moment to reflect on what that actually means. Alright, the Democrats win. We've all lived through a situation where the Democrats have held some kind of majority control over this nation. Is it rough? Yeah. Do we enjoy it? No. But will we survive? Absolutely. We will be okay. And now take a moment to reflect on what the Republican Party has done for you. Are they defending your values? Do you feel as though that they are truly putting America first at the current moment? Do you feel that they are about the people, that they actually care about us? The answer to that question, if you're watching this video, is likely no. You likely feel as though the Republican Party is not currently putting in the actions and putting in the steps to defend your values. We are forced between two choices. We get fucked now, we let the Democrats win, or we get fucked down the line. Let's get fucked a little bit slower. Well, what would you prefer? Would you prefer your country is in a constant state of decay as long as we can possibly imagine? Or would you prefer we expedite that decay to right now so that actual change can happen within our lifetimes? In fact, it could happen as soon as within the next decade. It's very possible if we as a majority are willing to commit to this. Don't vote for people who don't support your values. We way often make the decision that we will vote for the Republican because the Democrat candidate is worse. We are choosing the better between two evils. But why vote for evil? Why not force that evil to become something good? We have that power. And it's quite simple why we have that power, and I'm sure it will make complete sense to you if you just listen to this for one moment. The political parties are completely dependent on your vote for their own financial situations and for success in the future. If we don't vote Republicans in, guess what happens? The Republican Party ceases to exist. If they fail to win elections, they no longer will be a political party. We will switch into a one-party system, which is just the Democrats. But the Republican Party will not just let that happen because the institution isn't stupid. The institution cares about its own survival more than anything else. It cares about its own financial success more than anything else. So if we force the party to change by not voting for them, they will change. We can revolutionize our entire party simply by not voting for them. We don't vote for them in 2026, and they will have to self-reflect and look into why did we not win over the people's vote? And what will they discover? What do we as voters care about? We care about America first. We care about a politician who will put Americans above all else. We care about somebody who will protect our values tooth and nail, somebody who is not afraid to be called all these silly names and is willing to push through that and actually do something that helps us instead of putting other nations, other peoples ahead of our own. They'll discover that very, very quickly. And even better, there are politicians in this upcoming cycle who have pushed American first values. Feel free to vote for them. I'm not saying don't vote for a good candidate. Absolutely, we need to vote for good candidates, because if we don't vote for good candidates, it makes it less likely that the Republican Party will see that is what we want. So if we only are voting for candidates which actually support our values, which will inevitably result in a massive blue wave in 2026 and potentially 2028, because there's not that many candidates in the Republican Party who truly support our values. But if we're only voting for the ones who do support for our values, the Republican Party will see that, and they will say, we want to survive as a political institution, we want to survive in this nation as a serious contender for future elections, and they will revolutionize the party into those American first values. Will it always be for the best of reasons? Maybe not. Maybe it is financial. But it is what we can do. It is the non-violent answer. It's the very simple answer to all of this. Stop voting for people who hate you. That's all you have to do. Stop looking at it as the better of two evils and just look at it as two evils. Don't support either of the evil. Push back against it. Be very vocal about what change you want to see, and they will change. They will revolutionize to survive. And through that revolution, that revolutionized policy, we will start to see politicians who actually represent us, politicians who actually care about us. The more and more we show that we are unwilling to vote for politicians who don't care about us, the more and more politicians who do will get promoted by our party. I mean, the Democrats have seen this. They're going more and more extreme because, guess what? The ones who aren't, they don't receive the same types of votes. We as Republicans have to do that as well. We have to be willing to lose right now. I know, it's hard to hear. We're competitive people by nature, and we want to win. We want to always win. Winning is phenomenal. It's a great feeling. I mean, I can say I haven't been the biggest Trump supporter. I am not a big fan of what he's been doing. I find that he is an Israeli first president. However, I was very excited when we won that election. You know, the energy felt back. The 2016 energy, it was real in 2024. But nothing happened. We didn't get anything out of that. We need to stop being excited by wins that are actually defeats and start being excited by real wins, real change. If we ever want to see change, we have to be that change. We have to be the ones that are willing to stand up against the system and say, we're done with you. We are no longer willing to support people who deeply hate us and deeply support other nations before ourselves, especially these Israeli first candidates, because they are everywhere in the Republican Party. It's a disgrace. It's truly a disgrace. And we're done with them. So we need to stop voting for them. It's that simple, and it will force revolution. That's all it is. That's all you have to do. And if you still think I'm crazy, if you still think this is an absolutely terrible idea, feel free, reach out to me in the comments, and we can have a completely civil and great discussion about this. And I am sure that eventually people will come around and be forced to realize that this is the only option. If we're not willing to lose now, we are going to be in a state of forever losing. Yeah, I'm sorry, this was a shorter video. I apologize for that, but I think this point can be made very quickly and very simply because the solution is so incredibly simple. If you made it this far in the video, I would deeply appreciate it if you would be willing to like and subscribe. We're creating a movement. We are going to be great, and I want you to be there with me because it's awesome. It's fucking awesome to be great. Wow, just knocked the shit out of my mic. But, come on. Do you want to be part of something cool? I know you do. But I'm going to wrap it up now. I'm going to stop carrying it on. So, go ahead and like, subscribe, check out other videos. God bless y'all, and have a great rest of your day, night, whenever you're watching this.